Welcome to Meghan Markle's Debacles, where the royal circus never leaves town and the Sussex sideshow always steals the spotlight. If there's drama, I'm on it. Hi and welcome back. Let's discuss if the prince title can be taken away. Well, it can, but it's really not that easy if it's granted by a birthright. Prince Harry, for example, is a prince by birth as the son of King Charles, then Prince of Wales. Under the 1917 letters patent issued by King George V, all male line grandchildren of the monarch automatically receive the titles of prince or princess. So unless those letters patents are changed, Harry will always legally be a prince. Sadly, I know. Stop crying. It's okay. He's still a PUNCE. But can the monarch change this? Yes, but it is extremely rare. The reigning monarch, currently King Charles, can issue new letters patent to restrict or remove princely titles, but this would be an extraordinary move. It hasn't been done in modern history for someone born with the title. But Charles has already limited prince and princess's status to working royals. Children going forward, for example Archie and Lily, were excluded until the Queen died. Then they became eligible. But if he moves the HRH from prince and removes them from the line of succession on his passing, then they won't be prince and princess either. Will they? Or won't they? I guess we'll have to wait and see if we're around. He can revoke the HRH. That can be more easily removed. King Charles could request that Harry and Meghan no longer use HRH, like he did with Prince Andrew. But they would still be prince and princess unless Parliament and the monarch act together to legislate a change. Can Parliament strip him of the princely status? Yes, but it will require a full act of Parliament, which is politically risky and has never been done in modern times for a birthright title. It's more feasible to strip peerages like Duke of Sussex than the princely titles. So yes, it's technically possible, but it's really unlikely that it would happen. A prince title by birth is deeply embedded in royal tradition and law. The monarchy is more likely to limit the use or strip HRH or peerages instead of touching the prince title. I mean, he's no working royal. He's lost his military honours and he doesn't use the HRH, but Meghan does. We know that. So the king could, if he wanted to, remove Prince, but it would take a little bit of work to do it. I mean, Prince isn't just a nickname, it's legal and it's history. Prince Harry is a prince by birth under the 1917 letters patent issued by King George V. That means he was born with the right to be called Prince Henry of Wales. His title wasn't a gift, it was inherited like a last name. That's what makes removing it pretty complicated. But King Charles does have some tools. He can issue new letters patent, and that could limit or redefine who gets to be prince or princess. In fact, he already did this quietly, tightening the rules for future royals. But to strip Harry of the title entirely, that would mean rewriting history. No monarch in modern times has ever done it. People often confuse the title Prince with the styling His Royal Highness, but they're different. Totally different. Prince Harry will always be Prince Harry. Could Parliament do it? Technically, yeah, they could, but they'd have to, an act of Parliament could revoke titles like it did with peers who supported Germany in World War I. But doing this in 2025 it would be explosive, political, and probably seen as petty revenge. So legally it's possible, politically and practically highly unlikely. Prince Harry will almost certainly remain a PUNCE for life, even if he's no longer seen as a royal by the public. So when people say strip him of his titles, it's not that simple. A duke can be stripped, HRH can be removed, but unfortunately the prince title, that's probably going to be forever. How sad is that? That you're all going to have to call him Prince Harry forever. I mean, I know, we all want him to be stripped of everything because he's a disrespectful little turd. But it's highly unlikely that King Charles will do that. But HRH and Duke might be gone down the toilet when he's no longer here. And in my honest opinion, what a better way for old Harry to have to suffer. Not only at that time, hopefully, like I've said, in a long time, a way away for King Charles to no longer be around, Harry is going to have to suffer losing his father and not seeing him for many, many years, and also the disgrace of him losing his titles. Now that's going to be a big blow, isn't it? A massive blow to Harry, to his ego, and for the rest of his life. And he has invested in this karma himself. He should have really stayed loyal to his family. I'm not saying he should have stayed in the royal family. He should have went on with his life like he wanted to do. But he should have zipped his mouth. He should have said whatever he wanted to say to his therapist, not to the world. He should have even sat outside and said it to the universe instead of saying it to the world. And maybe he would have had a tiny bit of respect with his family. But he didn't, because he couldn't, because he's a punce. Let me know what you guys think. Chat to you soon. Keep smiling. Bye for now.